Hello and welcome. 你好，欢迎. This is Mairead Harris 何小曼, and I'm one of the associate directors for the Chinese school at the Middlebury Language Schools. Today I'm going to give a brief overview of our two summer programs. One is our 8-week non-degree intensive language immersion program for students ages 18 and up, which is designed for college students and other adults who are looking for really rapid language gains over the summer. Our other program is our 6-week, 4-summer master's degree in Chinese, which has a focus on language pedagogy. This is open to both current and aspiring teachers and is also applicable for those who are not in the education field as well, as I'll explain shortly. Our 8-week program has over 50 years of history, and it offers levels 1 through 4. If you think about a typical college program, level 1 through level 4, meaning the 4 years of college. So our level 1 is for true beginners with no background. And we go all the way up through advanced levels in level 4. We have a language pledge, in which students promise to only use Chinese as their language of communication for the entirety of the session, with each other, with their teachers, and as much as possible in their personal lives, including the music they listen to, the movies that they watch. So it's a really inclusive experience where they're using that language all the time, every day. We offer 4+ hours of daily instruction. So usually the mornings have 4 separate hours of instruction that range from a larger lecture style class to small drill classes, and then one-on-one sessions with teachers every day in the afternoon, plus evening office hours where teachers are available to answer student questions in the evening while they're doing their own independent work and studying. In addition to the strong, rigorous academic program that we offer, we also make the language environment richer for students by offering robust extracurricular activities. Some of these are recurring each week. We have activities like Tai Chi, cooking class, calligraphy, Chinese chess, a variety of different things for students who have different interests. And then we also have one-time activities like social gatherings, movie nights, things like that to keep students engaged with each other socially in Chinese outside of the classroom. All of our courses are team taught with teachers from various regions of mainland China and Taiwan working together, which exposes students to a variety of perspectives and worldviews, as well as different language backgrounds. Although all the teachers speak standard Mandarin, they also may have another dialect background from home. And with especially our upper level students, they can bring that to the classroom and to the interactions with students outside the classroom as well, if students want to learn more about that. Because we're together all summer, the co-living experience really brings that language into the daily life. Middlebury is a small, quiet college town. It offers a distraction-free environment where really everybody's there for the same purpose. Everyone is there to make really fast language gains and to learn as much language as possible in those 8 weeks. So that collective focus and the fact that we're all living together in the same dorms, eating meals together in the dining hall, really helps to make sure that that happens. So alongside this program, this 8-week program, we also have our MA program. The MA program is 12 courses. It also requires students to take the language pledge and use exclusively Chinese for the summer for communication, not just in class. But this program does have some students who are native speakers and some students who are not native speakers of Chinese together in class. There are the course requirements: 3 courses in linguistics, 4 in curriculum and instruction. This reflects our focus on pedagogy, language pedagogy, but also we have 2 courses in culture, 2 on special topics that round out the experience and make it a little bit more generally applicable also for folks who are not in the education field. There is a teaching practicum at the end of the session where students have the opportunity to do things like design a thematic unit, to teach some of our students in the 8-week program, to test out all of the theories and pull everything together that they have learned in a couple of really robust supported tasks where they get to try out teaching in a really deep and interconnected way. There are two different options for the MA program. We have our 4 summer option, which works really well if you're on a teacher schedule already. We also have an option of coming for 2 summers and then spending the academic year in between out in Monterey, California at the Middlebury Institute for International Studies out there. The best part I think about this program is that we have an amazing opportunity to learn from the best. We have the 8-week program going on while the MA program is in session. We're sharing space, we're sharing extracurricular activities. There's a lot of interaction between the students in the MA program and the students in the 8-week program. So for a new aspiring teacher, there are going to be a lot of opportunities to interact with learners of the language and to try out some of the things that are introduced in class. So the two programs together are on campus at the same time, same space, and just make a really great, wonderful, rich language learning experience for adults, college students, and also for Chinese language teachers.
Hi, my name is Marina Chan, and I attended the Middlebury Chinese Language School the summer of 2017, and I took level 1. I decided to attend Middlebury rather than a program abroad because Middlebury still has the complete language immersion, but without, say, the extra complications or distractions or stresses that come with doing a program abroad. And I heard that because of the Middlebury Language Pledge, the immersion might actually be more absolute and more effective because it's so strict, but incredibly rewarding. I also really liked the easy and comfortable setting. I already knew that the campus is beautiful, as well as the town of Middlebury and the serene surrounding countryside. So to me, it really seems like it would be the best and most conducive environment to just focusing in on your language studies. I also liked that a lot of the teachers are native speakers and from the country of your target language. So I felt it would be the best of both worlds in that you would still be able to learn a lot about culture and lifestyle, but really have that guarantee of accelerating with and advancing your language skills, whether for academic purposes or personal purposes, which was my case. The program really suited everyone's needs. And finally, I really liked that the learning extends beyond the classroom to structured but fun activities and bonding, and also lunches and dinners with your teachers, which allows you to create meaningful relationships with them outside of just the academic structured setting of a classroom. On a typical day, we had 4 hours of back-to-back classes from 8 a.m. to noon, alternating between 2 lecture classes, one in grammar and one in reading and writing, and then 2 smaller drill classes to practice your speaking skills. Then at noon, we would all have lunch together, and I would sit with my fellow students and my teachers, and we would apply everything we learned that morning over lunch in that relaxed setting, which I always found to be useful. Then after lunch, each student would have a 20-minute one-on-one session with one of the teachers to practice their conversational skills. And then afterwards, it was really up to you in terms of how you'd want to use your time. So sometimes I'd just be so tired from all the classes I had earlier in the day, I would take a nap. Other times I would get a good head start on the homework, which was always probably the best idea. And then twice a week, I had a co-curricular activity. One was Tai Chi, and the other one was singing, where we got to learn all these different Chinese songs. And both of those classes actually worked towards the big Chinese language school talent show, China Night, which was a huge amount of fun. And there were other activities as well that you could have chosen from. Then at around 5:30 or 6, we had dinner. And then every evening was homework, but it didn't have to be a lone activity, and in fact couldn't be, since one component of the homework was always writing a dialogue with an assigned partner, which I always enjoyed. And sometimes I would work in office hours where there would be other students also working, as well as 2 teachers who would answer any questions you might have about the homework. And I would also love working in the Middlebury Library, which is comfortable and spacious and has this gorgeous view overlooking the greenery and mountains. Now, every Monday, we did have a written exam and an oral exam, so every weekend was studying. But there were always really fun weekend activities plans that you could partake in to break up your studying. I went into the program just knowing the basics, like ni hao and xie xie, but came out of it chit chatting away. My parents were literally dumbfounded. I myself later learned that we had covered 4 years of high school Chinese in just 2 months. And because there was equal emphasis on speaking, reading, and writing, I felt pretty strong in all of those areas. But what I ended up using the most were my conversational skills because soon after the program, I visited China with my family. And this was actually the main reason I went to Middlebury that summer. Of course, studying Chinese is important to me and my heritage in general, but I specifically went that summer to prepare me for that family trip. And I was just so grateful and appreciative to be able to use and apply everything I had learned at Middlebury on our trip to greatly enhance it and our experiences. I ended up using my Chinese every single day to help us navigate, and I even saved the day 3 times thanks to my Chinese skills. But most of all, I used my Chinese to really connect with our tour guides, who I can easily be in touch with today because we ended up exchanging WeChats and pretty much just became friends. And I will end by saying that everyone was just so impressed with my proficiency in Chinese after just 2 months. And they all actually tried to correct me. They said, "Ooh, I think you made a mistake. You meant to say 2 years." And I said, "No, I actually meant what I said, only 2 months." To which they replied, "Oh, you must have been a really hardworking student." And I said, "Yes, I did work quite hard, but I really owe it to the school that I attended, which truly got teaching Chinese down to a fine art."